Hello everyone, my name is Marty Ferrell and I'm the Chief of Police for the City of Canton, Georgia. I've enjoyed my role as a police officer, and from the very beginning I knew that law enforcement was going to be my career. The first day I put this uniform on, I realized this is going to be my career path. During my 34 years in the police department, I've been very blessed. I've had a really great career that I'm really proud of. I started out in 1990 as a patrol officer on morning watch, working the streets and all the dark hours where you're at home asleep. I was out riding around looking for bad guys. But while I was a patrol officer, I was really lucky. I got the opportunity to be on the SWAT team, which was a really cool job. I learned a lot of great things, and some scary things like rappelling off a 12-story building, scared me to death, but it was fun. I learned a lot of tactical type things. And then I was actually moved over to work undercover narcotics, which is a true adventure for me because you go from being a police officer to playing a role as a undercover person trying to buy illegal narcotics from suspects. And so you're really like an actor on the stage doing that. And so that was a really cool thing. But fast forward to when I was promoted, one of the best jobs I ever had was when I was a lieutenant over the community outreach unit. We had a bike patrol, and we got to ride in the parks, and we'd ride in our public housing projects and meet people and go out and interface with them and work on the quality of life issues that we do. And we were really in a non-enforcement type situation with that job. From that point on, I was promoted to the rank of major, where I served on the night shift again over the Uniform Patrol Division, and then ultimately moved over to evening watch, which was from 3 to 11. Then I got another transfer to work day shift as a major, where I had all the special operations unit under my command. And then I served as a deputy chief for just over almost 10 years at that level, and ultimately became the chief of police, where I worked on goals and strategic planning for the department and where we're going to be in the future and what that looked like. And so it's been a great career since 1990. I've got a lot left to give and a lot more to come, and so I'm very excited about things that I've been fortunate and blessed with to have. And so I'm going to continue to work hard for the city of Canton and make this the greatest city in the country where everybody wants to come live, work, and play. My goals for a police department are really pretty simple. It's one, we always have to be conscientious of crime. That's our number one job, is to prevent and be reactive and proactive to crime initiatives in our city. That's very important. The second goal is really the community relations piece. I can't emphasize enough the importance of working with the community, getting involved with our children, teaching that the police are someone they can come to when they're in need. Our citizens know they can trust us and call us, because without the trust of the citizens, we can't effectively do our jobs. We have coffee with a cop, we have popsicles with the police. We even have one chicken with the chief, where we partnered with Chick-fil-A. I got to work the drive-through and serve chicken biscuits and chicken sandwiches to folks that are coming through the line, and they were kind of surprised when the chief of police hands them a bag of chicken biscuits or some hash browns and a cup of coffee. But these are the kind of things I talk about in Canton that makes us unique, is that we have a low crime rate and we're able to spend so much time doing the things we need to do in the community to build that trust and maintain the trust. It's a really great feeling to know that these children are looking at you as someone that they can trust, someone that they know that they're in distress, they can come to you and you're going to help them. These are the things that are extremely important to build that goodwill, and we're going to continue to do the things in our community to keep that trust going. Also, something that is extremely important to me is the emotional and mental health of my police officers. We're asked to do a lot of things in our world on a day-to-day basis. Like, you may be on one call where you have some fatality accident or someone's been killed, and you have to work that call, and then you go service from that call, and then you're at another place with a shoplifter in custody, or you're at a domestic dispute. And so it's important for our officers to have a total holistic approach to well-being, and that's the spiritual side, the mental side, the physical side, financially, and when they're sound holistically, they're going to be a much better police officer on the road. So a big push for me is to make sure that our team has the tools that they need every day to go out and serve our public. And those right off the bat are three very important critical goals that we need to address, and we are currently addressing in the city of Canton. The most influential person in my life is going to be my father. And as I stated, he was a former police officer, a retired police chief, and I learned so much from him as just a small child all the way through my adulthood. And when I'd give presentations to different groups of these young men and women, young children, I always tell them, pick the person in your life that you trust and believe in the most, and you don't want to disappoint. And when you're faced with a decision, a difficult decision, you think about that decision, and would you do something if that person that you respect and love the most were standing there? And if the answer is no, you wouldn't do that, then it's probably a bad decision. But if you feel like you can tell the person that you respect the most that you want to do this, and you think they would agree or you believe they would agree, then I think you're probably on the right path. So my dad was very instrumental in who I am today as a man. But also, I will say this, as my law enforcement career in my professional world, I had two chiefs of police that I grew up with in Marietta, and one taught us the value of becoming professional, the value of education, formal education, police training, those type of things, and what it meant to be a professional agency. He taught us all of these things. And then the second chief that came into my life later on in my career talked to us about and taught us about strategic planning and how to be better stewards of being those guardians and working on crime fighting initiatives and those type of things. And so between my father and the two chiefs over the past 25 years, I learned a great deal from all three men. And I'm thankful for those opportunities. And really, as a chief of police, my job today is to move those values down the line, down the chain of command to the young officers so they can have that foundation to grow and to be great chiefs and great stewards of the people. What I found in the city of Canton, this is a fabulous community. I believe not a day goes by that someone doesn't come up to me while I'm walking around in my uniform and thank us for the job we do and thank us for serving, those type of things. This is a community it's a small community with a hometown feel, with citizens who care about their police officers, and they care about us and they trust us, which is extremely important. They know that the Canton Police Department is doing the right things every day. If you ever need us for anything at all, please don't hesitate to call Canton PD. You can call me personally. I'm Chief Marty Ferrell. I'll be glad to answer your calls. It doesn't have to be anything bad. You just may have a question that you want to ask about law enforcement. I'll be happy to answer. So again, thank you for everything. Thank you for being out and watching this video. If I can help you, please let me know. Have a great day.